You're on.
What's up? What's up out there? Thank you once again for tuning in to another edition. You know what it is. Every Tuesday, 8ish, Shopkulture. We're back in the building. I'm joined once again by my tag team partner over here. You know who this is. Shutdown Corner, Mr. Anthony Toomer.
What it do, baby? Happy New Year.
Oh, man. Yeah. New Year.
Come on, man. First show of the new year.
First show, too.
First show of the new year, man.
Shout out, we got our producer extraordinaire in the back of us, or in the front of us.
Oh, what up? What up?
Mr. Nick
I'm trying to make sure everything is good on the technical side. Hey, can y'all hear us?
Yeah.
They can hear you. Okay.
Oh, we don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Is this? Yeah. I can't. I'm about to. Never mind me. Go ahead.
Guys, once again, man, I'm Barry Crosby. This is Shopkulture, and moving to the new year. First and foremost, how was your New Year's Eve?
It was chill, man. Chill with the kids at the house.
Okay.
A couple drinks, real shit.
Yeah. You were feeling it, huh?
I was feeling good. I was just relaxing.
Yeah, man. It was.
How was yours?
It was cool, man. Great. Yeah, beautiful restaurant. The ambiance of it was nice, and man, the food was incredible too, man. I'm still thinking about that steak. Man.
Yeah.
So
where'd you go?
A Bourbon Steakhouse.
Okay.
So down in downtown, so you gotta get a chance, definitely check it out. The crowd was nice, relaxing, and taking it in. Good company, so it was cool, man. How was your guys' New Year? How was your New Year's Eve, guys? Everybody chime in, let us know. I hope everybody was, first of all, safe.
Okay.
In the new year. I hope nobody, no accidents, nothing unexpected. A lot of people went to the Dave Chappelle. I heard that Dave Chappelle was actually off the hook. Yeah. So it was good, man, all around. I felt bad for my son, and he was kind of in his feelings because everything was, the snow. Couldn't really do what he had to do. He was like, damn, I'm dead, so that was tough on the kids. And then look up his friends like COVID going around too, guys. So make sure, guys, stay safe. Stay safe. We're not out of it. We're still in it.
Yes, we are.
Okay. And so, anyways, guys. So yeah, it was a lot. Real quick, man. Real quick. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I put it up there. I posted up there. I've got to ask this. I don't know if any man is going to admit this if this happened. Have you ever busted with a woman just kissing, no touching, just kissing, and you busted?
Yes.
Why? Lost the bet. Are you serious?
You know me, I don't care.
Huh. I thought that was, I've never heard nothing like that. I mean, walk us through it. Can you walk us through it or no?
I mean, it ain't much to really walk.
Was it okay? Under 21, over 21?
Oh, I think I was under.
Damn. I didn't think that was possible.
No, it was. It was I don't know if it was just kissing though. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Now,
again,
it only could be
doing a whole lot of rubbing, and you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty.
It was just kissing, no touching whatsoever.
No, never.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Huh?
What? Like you ain't.
Hey, I've never heard that. I was like, of all the things I heard sexually, I never heard that somebody would bust, a man would bust by just kissing. Now, listen, and it was back. It was back by the dude. The dude, the dude is legit. I know the dude.
Okay.
So this person was gangster, first of all, because they called to verify. I ain't never had that either. Called to verify.
And he was like, yup.
And called it Kissed by an Angel.
Well, damn it, I need to be kissed by an angel.
Bro, I don't want to. I'm scared.
Listen,
no,
I need that in my life.
Bro,
I need that. Listen, I need that in my life.
I've never, and I'm still like, it took me like the whole day, right? I was like, I've never heard that. How in the hell can anybody bust by just kissing? Have you, Nick, has that happened to you?
I don't know anything about that. I don't even know.
Granted, I'm a quick one. It was still like
maybe
something.
maybe I don't know,
But,
inexperienced. Maybe
we're
inexperienced.
We're gonna call this Kiss by Angel. That's all. Because he said that.
I didn't be kissed by Angel, bro. I didn't be kissed by Angel.
I'm scared, bro.
Was he a
I didn't
virgin?
kiss
That's
her.
the only.
No.
That's the only
Dude,
way
no.
I can make sense
No.
of something like
No.
that. I don't know.
Let's do it.
I mean, I can
doing it with
understand being in a passionate moment. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, being excited. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and maybe she was rubbing and touching, and y'all was, back and forth, and you slip one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see it happening.
I would lie.
Is this just off?
What?
Hold on. Is this just off of a kiss?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
no touching.
There was no
I don't
touching
understand
whatsoever. It's just kissing. And
No.
and not only this, no, check this out. They told
Wow.
me.
Yikes.
This is 3 different dudes that did it. Like, so this woman
Wait,
kissed
She did this to 3 different dudes?
3 different dudes is happening. I'm like, what dude? I've never heard, like,
Oh,
honestly, the
wow.
whole day.
Who is she?
What's
her number? What's her number?
Yeah, asking questions I can't answer.
He got
asked
something golden
That's crazy.
going on.
Hey,
Because if the mouth like that, then
Bro, listen, she got something golden.
wow,
super.
I need it.
that's crazy.
What is her number?
I'm like this. Somebody tell me something that good, I'm running the other way. Give me mediocre.
Listen,
subpar.
I'm running to the fight, bro.
Nah, give me subpar or mediocre. I'm cool. Hey,
I'm sprinting to the fight.
Good. God, I was thinking. I was like,
What?
and I even had to
Off
think
a
about
kiss.
'cause
Bro, that's like the
7th
Midas
grade.
touch.
That's a minus touch. Now 7th grade, the chick I messed her. She was hideous, but I still had to touch. Still, I'm being real. The first time.
Keep it
we
funky.
met,
Keep it funky.
I'm like, come on.
Keep it funky. Keep it funky.
she was like Forrest Whitaker, man. But the point is that,
Whoa, wait. The math ain't mathing for me. She looks like Forrest
no,
Whitaker.
I'm talking about.
Hey,
back
he
in
was-
the grade.
Okay.
he was on him.
7th grade, I was
7th grade, he was on it. Like, yep.
Yeah.
Chasing that.
I'm just being real. And you, hey, everybody had one of those experiences.
I've had one.
That's a
But the
wild.
point,
That's
let's
a
get back to the
wild.
point.
That's a
We're gonna
wild
keep that in
story.
the dark.
That's a
All
wild.
the way in the dark.
It's in the dark. I got.
That's wild.
Yeah. I told my dad. My dad was like, "Bro."
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's like, "Oh my
God
goodness."
help this man,
He's
bro.
like, "Yeah." He gave me that talk. Well, son, you better make a lot of money in life.
No.
You better do something. Anyway, point being is, I've never. Yeah, it was a trip. But hey, I give her props. She verified it. I believe
That's
it.
the crazy part.
She
I
verified
would
it.
never in my life. Nope.
Yep.
Nah. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you gonna listen. You gonna call me in the shop.
I wish a woman would call me up. Hey, you really 3 minutes? Hey, tell me.
What? Bro,
Hey, you really 3 minutes?
I'm knocking at her door.
Man, I'm mad as
You
hell.
gonna blast me like that, bro?
Man. Oh my goodness. No.
Mm.
So
We gotta fix this mic.
what?
Can y'all hear us? Can you hear the guys? We got one person. It seems like everybody can hear us just fine except for one person.
Yeah.
Confirm that for us real quick. New mic, confirm that for us.
Just
please.
confirm it.
Right.
Yeah, let's let us know. If not, we'll switch mics. It's no big thing, guys. We stay active here. It's right there in the thing. Just
Come on,
in case.
man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah.
So
The mic, because I can tell it is because of the green lights up.
Mhm.
So we're good, guys. Guys, if any problems, just let us know. Man, you know how we doing.
turn up your monitor, whoever said they couldn't hear us.
appreciate it. Thank you all.
We appreciate y'all though. Thank you.
So, guys, I'm sorry that I went off the kill. I just
She
have
got the
a
Midas touch and I need it.
We're gonna
Facts.
call that
That
episode
was-
"Kissed by an Angel."
that
If
was-
you're watching,
That's a cold open like a
man,
Yeah.
whatever you got going, I need a part of it.
Okay, call two.
Man, inbox, call me fast.
Two already had.
Listen, that's the Midas touch, bro. Listen,
Hey,
listen.
they want to know the
crazy.
shutdown. They're like, shut down corner.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro, you don't think seriously? That's why I said.
so,
Because I even told this person, I said, listen, I'm gonna get on the show. I got to ask this because I've never, of all the things, I've never heard that before. I have never heard that happen. But I heard some quick stuff.
to a grown man who's experienced anyway.
To a grown man, and this man is legit.
and he's grown.
Bro,
We talking about this was a grown man
I
experience.
kicked it with the dude. I've seen in my, he's game tight. He's official. He pulls. So, hey,
Damn it,
all the way
listen.
up.
Well, listen, if you certifying this dude, then damn it, I need part of this Midas touch.
And I like
Touch me.
And let me be honest with you. I like when cats are real though. I like when cats are real. Like, yeah, damn it happened. And it made me think about it. I'm like, damn,
bro.
Maybe I need to find out. Wait.
I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
Touch me.
I'm trying to see what that be
We
about.
can reach out and touch someone.
I'm trying to see what that be about.
Hey, the girl was so gangster. She made me believe. Like I'm like, damn, what's wrong with my life?
Bro,
like, I ain't never like.
If she's standing on it like that, bro, listen, I'm sorry. Listen,
She stood.
Man.
So women,
reach out.
women,
Anthony Toomer,
okay.
Inbox me.
Well,
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Get in trouble.
Talk to me. Toomer's legit serious.
Man,
I need to see this.
hey,
Okay?
Man. Hey,
I need to see this happen.
Maybe we can verify. Well,
Nick,
hold on.
Tell me, am I wrong?
Come on. We already got the blind date, so I want to see. We already got the blind.
I'll just say this: Toom is saying things that I want to say,
See what I'm saying?
but I got.
Hey, all right.
Keep it funky, man.
I gotta keep it respect. I gotta keep it
funky,
respect.
man.
Hey, we gonna
That's
have
the Midas touch, man.
we gonna have a producer next week.
This
It's gonna be like,
Right?
You can't go hang out with Toom no more. Toom's too wild. Don't hang out with him. You can't hang out with him no more. Hey, look, she gonna be like, remember when your mama was talking to you when you was younger? Hey, don't hang out with them niggas across the street. Them niggas gonna get your ass in trouble. Don't you hang out with them niggas. Look, don't you go hang down there with Toom no more.
Nick want to say something. Look,
I
you want to say something?
I gotta be quiet. I'm gonna be
All right.
quiet.
Hey, I don't. I'll scream that to the mountaintop. Touch me. I need part of this Midas touch.
Guys,
What the hell going on? I ain't never seen that before.
Make sure to like and share. This is Shopkulture. Once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Shopkulture. Man, we're going into a new year, and man, the page has been you all are acting up.
You go ahead.
First of all, I want to say this directly. Us as a group, we don't put up with no stockish, crazy, weirdo ass
Abusive,
type
none
of
of that.
behavior. You're not going to do it. You're certainly not going to do it on Shopkulture. You shouldn't be doing that, period. So once we find out or know anything like that, people will be removed. Okay?
Gotta go, period.
We're not doing that. We're too grown.
Effective immediately.
And when it comes to attention, we had situations that were just way off the hook.
We're not gonna have it.
All
Listen,
right?
Hey, as men, we're gonna call you out. Listen, we're gonna call you out.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing, men, okay, and this for women too, but I want to talk to the men directly about certain types of language when it comes to women. We're still gentlemen. I get it, but we have to conduct ourselves in certain manners, in certain ways. So some of the talking, going back and putting down and talk about looks and stuff like that. Come on now, we way too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We don't do that here. We don't do that on Shopkulture.
We got a dude in the group right now, jumping from post to post, just arguing with chicks, carrying on back and forth. Yeah,
things will be changed on that.
Listen, let's keep it clear. Debates, we love it. Great. Opposing points of view, great. We love it. But once you start attacking, being a bully, you start attacking somebody's character. Listen, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I have the cleanest mouth, but the boss man got on my head, and then since he did, I had to respect the page, and I had to respect this business. And if I got to, you will. So understand that if I got to watch my mouth, you gonna watch yours, or
you can leave it.
Y'all already know where I'm at with it.
I don't like kicking out people, but I'm not going to be part of the put downs, the talking back, talking about
bullying, the
stalking and all that. Listen, no, we don't do that now. We're going to make generalizations and we're having discussion. Cool.
Right,
That's what we're all.
That goofy shit is out.
But that kind of stuff we don't do. So let's just
going into 2022 and going further. Yeah. We're gonna conduct ourselves as adults, man. Listen, I know it's social media and everybody gets to acting up. You know what I mean? That's whatever. Not on Shopkulture page. Not in here, bro. That's not what we're doing, man. We really want to keep this active and going, right? We can't do that if all we're doing is bashing each other. All we do is fight and argue with each other and bully each other. How can we ever get to a real point? How can we ever understand each other?
Yeah, bro. Like even some of the things, right? When we're having legitimate discussions, just all you have to do is answer.
You don't have to like it
or keep scrolling.
You don't have to like nobody's opinion.
Yeah, but say something off the wall that don't even have nothing to do cool with the discussion. It's like, come
That
on
shit is
now.
crazy.
This is, come on. I mean, so anyways, that's our tidbit going into the new year. And we want to make sure that everybody's aware and everybody's on notice. Okay? So
we see it, and now we're going to speak on it.
yes. And once again, man, we just got to be a model of consistency, a model of being a gentleman. That's what we're trying to do. We have young kings that we're raising. So there's a certain standard that we're going to maintain on this platform. So that's what it is. Like it, don't like it, leave, say whatever you guys want to do.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's get on to it.
All right. So, first topic. If your man asks how many sex partners you've had, do you tell him?
I thought this was a really interesting question for you because it's interesting to me, and I'm speaking from experience. I've had a lot of women ask me that. So when I look at the responses and all these women are saying, "Oh no," and "Oh, I've never," and I'm like, "Oh, where was
That's
this
not
at?"
the norm.
That is not okay. So Tim, you want to lead on this one?
Listen, I don't do body counts. I don't really.
No,
I'm not interested. Like I'm not really concerned
no.
because what you do before me ain't what you gonna do with me. So what we do with each other ain't got nothing to do with your past. You feel me? We all got one.
We all have
You know
one.
what I'm saying? We all got some skeletons floating somewhere. You know what I mean?
You don't
So
want to
Man.
I'm not too much worried about, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
God.
god. But I'm not too much focused on a person's past. You know what I'm saying? Because who you were then ain't who you are now. B, you know me. Back, come on, man.
I don't want to go there.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. The dude I was, 10 years ago, couldn't have been sitting here. So, you know what I'm saying? So if you judge me off my past, I couldn't have been your co-host. You feel me? And you know that.
Well, man,
you wouldn't have risked it.
I'm just happy nobody is chimed in on me. So
Come on.
I appreciate it.
Listen.
But the point being is, your past is your past. It shouldn't dictate nothing, especially if it was before your situation. Now, I do have a couple questions though, which are interesting.
Okay.
Somebody says Seattle is too small.
Hey, that's a fact. Listen, Seattle is so small, bro. It's crazy. Like when you
And then
move
when you
to
talk
other
about
places,
the black community, it's
Man.
even smaller than
Man.
like everybody either knows. You get like every third person. fourth
Everybody
person
didn't build
probably know.
everybody.
guarantee
You know?
guarantee. And they gonna know 2-3 of your family members.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy how, you know what I'm saying? Like you go on a person's Facebook, for instance, you're like, how you know?
You do look at mutual. Everybody look at mutual.
I do look at. Listen, if you ask me, I'm looking at mutual
Okay.
friends.
Does that count as like as a body count type of thing?
No,
or that,
not to me.
That's
I
what
look at
I'm
mutual
asking.
friends just because I want to see who the connections are. You know, there's so many fake pages and people be
Okay.
stalking and all the weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, I don't just add people I don't know. So, like, and being on Shop Culture I'm not gonna lie, has got me quite a few friend requests. You know what I'm saying? Males and females. But I'm like, I don't be knowing because it don't say, hey, Shop Culture.
Yeah.
So I'm be looking at who's your mutual friend? How do I know you?
Mhm.
And if you don't got, I normally say about at least 10, 12 mutual friends that I can verify. Because, some dudes just be adding like every chick. You got them homeboys that literally will add every woman they think look good just to shoot shots.
Yeah.
So if all I see is them dudes, I'm not adding.
You're not adding that.
I'm not,
So you're not adding at all if you see.
There has to be a certain amount of people on that mutual friends list that I truly respect and talk to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because again, like if I go on a page and I see the only mutual friends we got is 5-6 dudes that I know literally have every woman on their friends list, I'm not adding.
So what's the purpose?
Yeah, what are you adding me for? Just to get more likes on your pictures and all that? Nah, I'm not that dude.
Social media is kind of taking on this old. I always say this own beast, right? Because really, out of your friends, you maybe really know. I'm serious, legitimately know maybe a third. Is that being right? So
I know probably no less just from my promoting days.
Yeah.
I probably no less.
Exactly. And we were doing the promotion stuff, and a lot of people.
You end up just crossing people, and you know what I'm saying.
So it might not be a body count in the traditional ways, but you do kind of verify and look at what a body count is. Okay, how about this question?
Hold on. There's a comment up there
there's a lot.
that I want to get to that says, the comment says, good question. Is it a double standard? Is what the double standard is exactly? And if you can go to the Shop Culture page and comment so we know who your name is, or post your name with the comment so that we know who we're talking to. But
Talk to them.
is what the double standard? Me personally, again, I'm not asking. So Is she asking? Hey, my young buck. What up, Jay? How you doing, baby? Much love, boy. That's one of my young kids I coach, man. It's a good kid, man. It's a really good kid. I love that kid, man. Good kid.
What's up, brother? How you living?
Young king, man. Another young king work hard, man. Really works hard.
And Mr. Barry. You know, it makes me feel old when you say Mr. That's good. Yeah, gentlemen. Yeah, it is a double standard. It is. And I think there's always going to be a double standard when you talk about numbers and you talk about body counts. You talk about things. There is. Now, should it be? No, it shouldn't. But as a society, we do.
Definitely. I agree with you on that one. There's definitely a double standard.
Within the double standard. Okay.
I live outside those means. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you because I don't ask. It's not
okay, that's a good one.
But
STD, but look, that's why we have doctors and checks and you
get your paperwork, you get checked out. I mean, so there's other measures besides being a doctor, especially if you're not a doctor, right? You need to go get checked, right? If you're gonna have
you're doing it anyway.
Do your due diligence.
So, you're doing your due diligence anyway.
You really should. So, do you think how about this? You start dating someone and they tell you they want to introduce you to their friend.
Coach, what up, Rico?
Oh, Rico, man, what's up, brother? How you doing?
That's my guy, man.
No, Rico, one of the best bartenders, man.
No, that is one of the best brothers I know. That brother, man, he puts on for a lot of young brothers.
Oh, man.
A lot of people don't really know.
Yep.
But if there's a person that uses their connections, you know what I'm saying, in the sports world to put on for young brothers, that brother is doing his number.
Oh, absolutely.
Rico is doing his number. When it comes to putting on for these young black men in the semi-professional world, in football and other sports, he's putting on, man.
Well, not only sports, music too.
He's putting on. Rico, man, I love you, brother. Yeah. You already know, man.
Great brother. Back to my question, though, when it comes to counts, because I think body counts are asked differently. They're not asked as, well, how many you think I don't think they're asked like that. If you dating somebody and they want to introduce you to their friend, but they mess with their friend, do you think that friend should tell you before you meet them?
Run that back to me. So you're meeting a woman, and
no, you're dating a woman.
Okay, you're
and
dating.
She has a male friend.
Oh, okay.
And it could go because a guy asked me this earlier. Has a male friend, and she wants to introduce you to her male friend.
Okay.
Should she tell you if they have had sex before?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Ooh.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you
why.
Does
it matter how many? Does it matter if it was 15 years ago, or does it matter? Doesn't matter to you?
Again, so to me, no, it don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It don't matter to me simply because, again,
you think it's dishonest?
I do. I think it's so. I have. Listen, I'm a cool guy, so I'm cool with my exes. Like I don't have a lot of discord between me and my exes.
Okay.
So I have one that I grew up with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We dated, before I was even 18, but we did have sex.
Okay.
And she's my best friend.
Okay.
Like best friend.
So if you start seeing somebody, would you tell them straight up before they don't need to ask you? You would tell them. And see, that's what I'm saying. Body counts are different because to me that's a form of a body count. Because it's a form of you telling something about your past. So every woman that you met, are you going to tell? So here's why I differentiate. I mess with her. If I'm in a spot, am I in the club? I mess with her. I mess with her.
So here's my thing. Here's where I differentiate.
Okay.
The reason I don't think I have to tell you that I slept with this person is because that was almost 20 years ago. Well,
that's why I asked you. It was time. Well, time based, right?
So I think it is based upon your relationship with that person, right? Me and this person don't have any sexual relation, have no type of feeling like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I tell you that's my best friend, that's my best friend. And there's nothing else there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody was to ask, hey, well, did you ever? I wouldn't have a problem. Yeah, I did when I was younger. Okay. You know what I mean? But I think you have to disclose that because you want to know who's around you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, I want to know who's hanging around me. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm dating Tasha, right, and Tasha come up and she say me, not
Tasha,
man,
Tasha
don't do that to me, man.
Right now.
I threw the name out there, man. Come on, don't do that.
She's about to pop up any minute.
Much respect. We've never dated. I don't even know Tasha. Much respect. Much respect. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But based upon, you know what I'm saying? If I'm with Tasha and we go out and she wants to bring Barry along, right? Well, Barry and Tasha used to sleep together, right? Mm-hmm. I want to know because I want to know what's the relationship. Okay, so
I agree.
What's the relationship between you two? But I don't need to know how many dudes you slept with in the past. But if you're bringing this man around me, I want to know the basis of the relationship. You see what I'm saying?
I think that's why I said it's different. Body counts are different now.
Yeah.
I think it's more in the terms of kind of that scenario.
I think that's different than a body count.
Because you could be out. I've also been in places and you see one of your, girl from the past. Hey, how you doing? Girl you're with. You used to hit that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. But
so
to me,
that's kind of so you're trying to. Why you need to know, even if it's just a very casual encounter, what's going on. There's nothing in depth. It was back in the day, right? So to me, body counts differently.
How would I handle a woman that demands to know my history? Well, one, I would ask her why. I would want to know why she's so demanding about something so trivial.
About what?
To me,
the number?
No, yeah. So if a woman wanted to know my body count and it was a demand thing, I would want. To me, that's a trivial thing. So I would want to know why she would want to know something so trivial, because again, to me, it doesn't matter who I slept with before you. What I do with you and after you is what's important.
It should be, but that would be important to a lot of people.
I was going to say because what's trivial to you is obviously not
right. But I didn't say I would answer.
So I was going to say, so how would you remedy that situation?
Right. No. And so what I'm saying is I wouldn't say I would answer, but I would want to know why she would want to know so bad. And then if it was really something that was important to her, I'd give her the answer. Because again, I'm secure at Anthony. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am in this moment. You know what I mean? And I know.
Isn't it amazing how it always comes up in an argument, though? It always comes up in an argument. Like
easy ammo.
Easy ammo.
We got a question on the Instagram.
Okay.
So are you assuming body count is based on friends list? No, I answered that. No, I don't. I just like to look at friends list because I want to know how many people that I respect are on your friends list, because again, I don't just add random people and I don't just add anybody.
You try to see a connection. So
right. I want to see what the connection is.
Can I see that last?
Yeah, I was gonna say body count and connections are different. I agree.
Facts. Okay. Big time. Because listen, you can. Have you ever had a one night stand? Be honest.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a body count, right? But that's not a connection. See what I'm saying?
What I was trying to say is though. Nobody's going to separate that. In the heat of a moment, if you're having an argument with your lady, she's not going to say, well, your connection body count. They're not. No. They're going to say all the same. That's what I was implying.
Facts.
That's it. So we can front and be like, oh, it is. You get in a disagreement with somebody, you'll see. It's going to be brought up. So that's why I said I think it's different in how it's approached in today's time. Nobody's going to ask, I think, a 40-year-old or 50-year-old, hey, how many you think you had? Was it close to 50? Was it 100? I mean, who's going to do that?
I mean, by that point or at that age, they're past all
How
that.
old are you? I'm just asking.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a fair question.
Oh, I have a follow-up.
What?
I have a follow-up.
Okay.
How old are you?
40s.
Okay.
40s.
Okay, thank you. Do you know?
No. Okay. Hell no. I stopped going to high school.
Nick? Do you know? How old are you, brother?
If any guy sit there is check marking how many, man, I don't know what to tell you.
You know what's crazy? Listen, it's gonna sound crazy to you.
You know? Mm-hmm. Stop.
There's people that do know though.
Listen, but you know me though. I have a memory like an elephant, so I remember things like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure yet.
And some of us ain't been out there like that to rack up a number where you just forgot.
Saying, no, well, hold on here. That's an implication like a mother.
I'm saying some of us ain't like bears. Some of us,
how's that implication?
That's not true at all. What I'm saying is, you got to think about it. If you're 40 in your late 40s and you've been, somewhat active since you're 20, well, actually, you're a little younger than that, but 20, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's.
I understand where you're coming from. You're not going to keep count or keep point on all that. No. But at the same time, you have individuals. I would even say your age that ain't been out there like that. Ain't got that much traction to where they
got so many tractions.
That could be that. There you go. But Barry came in with the save. There's cats that have been married since they was like 18, 20 years old.
Like I said, it shouldn't be a determination on who you are, your character, whatnot. This is a really good conversation.
I'm not asking that at 38.
Who said that?
On Instagram.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody should ask that. But I will say is that people are asking it differently.
But I'll tell you like this: when I was a kid, when I was younger, and I was immature, and immature things matter. Yeah, I asked. You know what I'm saying? It was a question. I asked. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So at an age where you're immature, where you're just like, But now as an older and grown man,
I'm at 36 years old, I'm like, I'm getting careful. It's like, again, what you do before me ain't got to do. Who
is even asking these questions? And then my question to that, my question to that, and then so then with that, the root that I'm trying to get to at this point is why ask that question?
To me, and that's a great follow-up question. Why? Let's ask the people that it matters to.
Right.
Like
if
she
it
said,
matters to you in the group,
she said
why?
She said she wanted to know about health.
But again, we can go to the doctor. I can give you some paperwork, show you. We good.
Look, we know it's more to it than that. It's more to it than that.
But listen, hold on. But listen, let's be honest. Ain't no more to it than that. Because if I go to the doctor, that's the final word, right?
Yeah, but still, honestly, for that particular time,
to keep it a buck, by and large, folks are not asking for. You would think that people should be asking.
Right, that would be the reason they are asking.
But by and large, people are not asking.
Right.
Yeah, for statuses like that. There's an ulterior motive or a reason why.
Absolutely.
It's an ego thing. It's an ego thing.
But what we were saying though, if you look at all the answers on that, majority are like, oh no. If a man asks me, they're lying.
You talking about women?
Yeah, I'm talking about women. Women ask. Men do too, though. So.
It's funny because you're saying women ask, but when you ask them, well, that's childish.
That
ain't even.
Sarah said, listen, she said on Instagram, I'm gonna ask to get my feelings hurt. Again,
yes.
That's you might ask a question you don't
want. That was some real shit right there. That was
Sarah on Instagram. Yeah.
Sarah. You right on.
Oh man.
Listen.
That was.
What does it change? I've always wondered that. So if a woman tells you if a man asked, most men ain't gonna admit that they asked, right? If a man asked and a woman said, I slept with about 100 guys, would that change your view on whether or not she slept with 5 guys to 100? What would change?
I'd be like, yeah, that right there. That.
Are you serious? Wait, time out. That bothers you guys.
No,
I didn't say nothing.
No, I'm asking.
Listen, in the moment. Hearing it, like when you hear it,
right? It's like
you sit down at the table.
You got your damn.
Hold on. Whoa, you didn't even let me finish my statement.
I just said it.
Damn. We on this job. I thought we was boys.
Now we cooking. We cooking right now.
Hold on.
All right.
I said in the moment, hearing it, right? With you like, whoa, okay, but. Is it gonna make me get up from the table and not finish my dinner and go home and do it again?
She was a call girl in college, had to pay for college, a tuition.
Listen.
Build the scenario. Build it up. Hey, but Barry, if a chick come up and say 100 bodies, you ain't gonna flinch a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I might. Oh shit!
100 niggas like, whoa.
Hold on.
Excuse my French, but 100.
But let me ask you. If she flipped and was like, "Well, I'm being honest with you, so
you be honest with me. I got 50. What's the difference? That's what I'm saying.
If I come out and be like about 20, 25.
Hey, but listen, let me ask you.
To your 100. No, I'm saying if that was my report.
How would you feel?
She probably do. I'm gonna be honest. Most women probably more. Yeah.
Wait, what? Most women what?
Look, the question was, how would you feel if you're having a conversation?
Right.
She brought it up, obviously, because I'm not gonna ask. So I'm just not asking.
So we're in no asking zone in Shopkulture right now.
But she asked, right?
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? You answer, and then she come back and she's like, well, is she double yours?
I remember, I think I was 19. Someone told me something. I was dead at that point.
Look, you see him stuttering?
Yeah, because I caught that shit too.
I was at 19.
So it did happen. So
it did. But the older you get, it's like, shoot, I expect a woman to tell me some outrageous number. I mean, if she wants to tell me, cool. I just don't really see who.
It's okay. So
it's not going to change. I'm still.
So where we're at is the older you get, the less it matters. But when you're young, you just now getting out here, getting your feet wet, and you're asking questions like that.
It's an ego thing. We all want to.
You're going to react differently.
We don't want to just feel like another number. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I think that's more of a woman thing.
I think that's
more of a woman thing. But let's be realistic.
To ask the question.
But let's be realistic. Men feel the same way. Let's be realistic.
Men ask it differently. They ain't gonna ask the woman. They're gonna ask you.
When I was younger, I straight up asked.
Did you?
when I was younger, bro, I'm bold, man. Listen, I had, bro. But again, it was an ego thing.
I mean, it can easily happen when you're in conversation about sex or whatever, and then you can mosey on right on into that. Where that's
came out to start a conversation like, hey, listen, we need to talk. I need to know how many dudes you slept with, all right? Because I need to know.
No, not there.
No, you talking about sex, and you know what I'm saying? You and your lady getting to know each other. And that, you know, somebody asked.
Everybody is flinching at 100. 100 is a bit much. It matters, but I won't ask. 100 is a red flag.
Y'all need to stop. We got so many people on here.
Hold on. But Eric, let me, for y'all, but with 100 is a bit much.
But with 100,
exactly. Stop.
That might be a once in a lifetime sexual experience with 100 bodies.
Man, listen, hey, that one I might have to leave. I might have to get up. Man, listen, that's a whole lot, man.
If they had 100
and once,
you got 200 among both.
100 at once, yeah. I ain't got nothing.
I know. He didn't get it. I said.
Bro, listen. The name was good. I'm joking.
Yeah. All right, so the purpose of it, I can't.
Damn it. Every boyfriend I've had has asked me that question, so some men do care about it.
Hey, listen, I agree, because it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
It's an ego thing for men and women. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to feel like they're just a number. But again, who I am,
you are a number. Stop lying to yourself. We all a number.
An ego thing for men, and a safety precaution for women.
I think it's an ego thing for women too.
Come on, guys.
It's both.
I mean, let's be honest. It is.
As far as why, the different genders are asking.
Yeah. You know, I think
where I'm at.
If we're being honest, it shouldn't matter in the overall scope of things because people can change and whatever the case might be. So numbers are numbers.
Some people just enjoy sex.
And some people do.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Just be safe and responsible about your,
that's the thing.
Your quest.
That's it. So I think we can move on. So guys, that was a good one.
That was funny.
Man.
So numbers really do.
So we know B's over 100. We don't know.
Wow.
B said he mid 40s and he been.
My mom watching it over. Like, hey mom.
He said since I was 14.
No, that's not true.
About $200.
You know what? That's a good one. When did you drop yours?
That is a good question.
When you drop yours, let's put it on the line.
That's a pop up. That's a pop up.
No, ain't no damn pop up.
Y'all want to do it now?
Right now. Hey. Popped up right now.
Yeah.
Nick, when'd your balls drop?
Man.
When did you go in?
Oh no, y'all not flipping this on me. This is on y'all.
Oh wait.
This is on y'all.
14,
yeah. And it's not good either.
Matter of fact, like 13.
And I don't know.
I think it was like what? 10? Oh shit.
And we don't encourage that from our kids. No, it's not good.
Hell no. Listen.
Wait. To be clear.
You got me in a lot of trouble.
You balls dropped or losing your virginity, or is that what you're asking? Okay. So see, he thought. See,
21. It's 21.
19.
I think 24. The
first time. I didn't even tell you when the first time was true. But
everybody lied right now.
14.
He said 31.
14.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I said
14.
Okay.
Yeah, my balls dropped at 14.
Yeah, and I always encourage when you have sex, it's not good when you're not.
Because
emotionally mature. It's just because
it sends you. I mean, for a young boy, it sends you down the wrong path.
It really does
because it gets you focused on the wrong thing. You see what I'm saying?
Life
became more about chasing
instead of
you're just simply not mature for sex.
You're not mature
at that age.
And listen, I am not promoting by no means. Listen, as a father, as a mentor, as a coach in the youth, I would never ever in my life promote having sex at that young age. That's a mistake that I made. That's a mistake that I made.
That's a mistake we both made, and that's why we're telling, from the experience standpoint, is that we would hope that young people would wait and make better decisions when it comes to sex.
I pray to God my sons make way better decisions.
So, it's no encouragement, and so.
Just giving personal experience, y'all. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Fellas, what's the three things women should not do during an argument / disagreement? What are the 3 things women should not do during an argument / disagreement? Take off.
I got one cuss.
You know what I hate?
I hate that. Oh my God.
Just
nigga.
No, because
don't treat me like one. Because now we stepping into a realm of
you're just like a dude. That's a dude. No, don't do that.
Don't do that to me.
Don't do that. It's disrespectful.
I concur. I just had to deal with something like that.
Nick, go ahead, Nick.
Oh no, it happened in the group. Yeah.
Somebody called you that?
We rapped about it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because
but
the thing about
I hear what you're saying though.
My thing is like, the word nigga has so many different connotations. Mm-hmm. But in the midst of an argument, in the midst of, you know what I'm saying?
It's aggressive language.
And so if me and you in an argument and you like, nigga, and that's how I take it. So if me and my woman are nigga, wait, whoa.
Your lady shouldn't be talking to you like that.
Don't talk to me like a man.
No.
Don't step into a man's realm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
It makes situations way worse than they have to be, because then I become defensive. Yep. You see what I'm saying?
Real
because
quick,
now,
this is a given. Put their hands on you. That's a given. We don't even have to.
Yeah. But that's 100%.
I agree. Yeah, we agree. But all I'm saying is this goes without saying.
I appreciate a lady saying that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that right there. Honestly, any name should not be said besides your first name. I like that.
Absolutely. And the second thing I would say, does that go on to the shared lines of cussing? Because I don't like no woman cussing. When we're having a serious conversation, to me, that takes it to a serious note.
But see, you know what? I would agree with you. But
don't do that.
I do it. So, you know what I'm saying? But I cuss a lot when I talk.
But what I'm saying is, if that's an agreement you guys have, hey, during an argument or something like that, but if you don't talk like that regular, don't talk to me like that in an argument.
That's my thing. If you don't talk like that on the regular, don't flip when you get upset. I cuss all the time. Okay. You know, look, I've had to curl my mouth on the show. Yeah. So, don't do it. If you don't cuss all the time, then don't start cussing at me now that we're in an argument. Because again, now we're, like we talked about, and we'll get into the triangle here in a second. You know what I'm saying? The pyramid, but now we're aggressing levels. You see what I'm saying? Yes. And so, like we were talking about, developing the pyramid. I think that most relationship problems really start with issues, right? We all start with small issues that, or not always, but most of them
to manifest into something greater.
Right, and then they
all the time.
Issues normally manifest into problems.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely. And as we let problems sit and fester, problems sit and develop into arguments develop into fights, and fights end up developing into breakups. And that's ultimately how we end, end up
or something worse.
Ends. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Or something worse. You know what I'm saying? So I think like when we go through these levels, speaking on arguing, we have to keep the level that where it's at. So if we're just having an issue, let's discuss the issue. If we have a problem, let's talk about the problem. When we're arguing, we can argue without being disrespectful.
I think overall you need to learn how to keep a cool head. You need to know how to keep a cool head and maintain approach.
And every issue,
right? Because what it is, again, when you're at each level of problem, you know what I'm saying, deserves its own level of aggression. But as long as we're not being disrespectful towards one another, you know what I'm saying, I think that we can regress it before it progresses into a fight, or you know what I'm saying.
Well, every issue shouldn't be a fight, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, if we can keep it at the issue level before it develops into a problem or an argument, you see what I'm saying?
But that's the issue. I think that a lot of relationships have is they can't manifest it as just an issue. Right. It always has to develop into something greater.
Exactly.
Leave it what it is. If you have an issue with a particular point or something, what's going on during the course of the night or something, say what the issue is and keep it at that issue. But when you start getting into the cussing and calling out the name and all that stuff, I'm done. I'm not hearing that.
Yeah.
Everything else, we're done talking.
Now the point of view doesn't matter.
Especially if I asked you, I say, hey, don't talk to me like that. Don't cuss. If I asked you several times.
Not even several. If I've asked you once and it continues, then my mind, for one, is going to shut down. So now there's no talking. So now we're going to fight. You see what I'm saying? Not physically. No. Now we're going to argue. Now we're going to fight because I've asked you to respect me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I'm calm, and I understand you're upset. I understand your emotion. I understand being mad, but don't disrespect me. I can hear you. I can talk to you without us progressing levels and turning it into an argument or a fight. We can discuss our problems. We can talk about our issues before they develop into fights and arguments. But once we go there with the cussing and the screaming, now we're at fight level. Now we're at argument level. So now I'm not hearing nothing.
The issues are
now I'm shut down.
One of the best things.
Now we're gonna deal with this issue.
One of the best things that I've learned in going through such toxicity in past relationships is learning how to just walk the hell away. That's the best way to de-escalate the situation and hopefully revisit on a more respectable level. But when tensions are just running high and both of you don't see no sign of bringing it down to where, again, being respectable and being able to have the conversation without name calling and throwing out, the ego and being all, diva-esque or whatever have you. Playing victim, all of that.
It's just like,
simply walk away and revisit the situation at a later time. It might take a couple hours, couple days, however much time you need to take, because continuing to engage each other in such a violent, hostile manner, and then it becomes violent. That's how this is textbook for how domestic disputes even come about. So
and that's why I was saying, we have to try to keep problems at a regress level. You know what I mean? When you got an issue with something, then address your issue before you hold on to that, and that issue becomes 3 issues. Now you have a problem, right? Now you want to bring me 3 problems when you could have brought me each issue separately when they happen, so that we can discuss it. You know what I mean? And even if you needed to take some time in between, okay, take your time so that you can calm down, but discuss your issues when you have them, so that way they don't develop in the higher levels of problems. You see what I'm saying?
There's always ways around it.
I want to answer this question too.
There's always ways around it, but that's why I say, do people have the communication skills necessary in order to address these issues? And that's why I say I think a lot of us struggle with
Some don't.
And I think that's why I think therapy, like you said, learning how to address and talk and communicate, because you can think you know how to communicate until you're in that situation.
Oh yeah.
I've had so many women, I'm a great communicator, until they get mad. All that communication.
And then when you're telling them about themselves, giving constructive criticism, that just gasoline to the fire.
Yeah. We can tell you. So absolutely. What you said?
Oh no, because remember when I was saying sometime, or with me, I just walk away. Mm-hmm. Katrina says, but what if she follows?
And that's what I was going to say. I think walking away, you got to find if that works for the individual people I've dealt with.
Press record and start getting your archives together.
That might, yes.
Listen. Because at that point,
because now she's trying to make it, not to cut you off too, now she's trying to make it into something that it need not be, hence going back to the hostile situation, domestic dispute. Now you in public and she putting her hands on you. You got dudes that don't have no self-control, so now he putting his hands on her. Y'all doing this out here in the open. She kind of like baited you in a way.
I mean,
so it's like protect your neck at all times.
When it comes down to situations like that, pull your phone out. You got to record. You got to keep yourself safe.
Right.
Whether it be the woman or the man. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, you got to know your significant other, because sometimes, you'll heighten a person's anger by, trying to record them or whatnot. But if you're in that situation, you don't need to be in that relationship.
If you got to do all the recording shit, you don't even be in a relationship. To me, that's extreme measure.
No, yeah, that's
point is, if I'm trying to walk away and you're following me and you're doing the extra and all the loud and the in public and I think it's just time for us to split, because now we went from arguing past fighting with our mouths to now being a hostile situation.
It's the point of no return, essentially.
Yeah, now we're in a hostile situation, and at that point, somebody's going to get hurt, and somebody's going to go to jail. More than likely, me, at being a black man, I'm going to end up with my face in the ground, you know what I'm saying, with cuffs on my back. Mm-hmm. So, best to know your situation. If you're in that type of situation, I'd probably say if you're in a situation where you can't argue and talk and be able to hang up a phone and walk away, or you stop arguing for a minute and separate and do whatever you got to do, then it's time to let it go. Listen, 2022, we already talked about it. Listen, on last week's episode, before we went into the transition into the new you. Stop dealing with, unhealthy situations. Going forward, you got to, know your situation.
Get away from low vibrational people.
If we can't argue, right, without being disrespectful, or it turning into a hostile situation, you following me, and now I got to get in my car, I got to do all this, I can't even go in another room. You know what I'm saying? If it's all that,
the cussing, and all
cut it, man. Transition into a new period in your life.
Because there is a plenty out there, and nobody's gonna be dealing with all that. That's just to a point of no return.
I wanted to read off some of these comments that they're answering the question here in the topic. Eric says, say bad things about my mother, call others while we argue to be a part of the argument and co-sign your points, call me out of my name. Someone,
all good
all
points.
of that, yeah, all great points. Dump hot bacon grease on you, slashing your tires, burning your clothes. It happened to my roommate back in the army.
Damn. Listen, man. You trying to get shot.
Katrina says, my neighbor hates when his wife calls him a boy.
Ooh. That's in the realm of cussing to me. Ooh. That's in the realm of cussing to me, but damn.
Oh wow. Let's see. A person who can't handle a discussion or a question has something to hide. Okay. Okay. Let me see.
I like that.
Some more.
I like that one.
You should have a conversation ahead of time about what behavior you find acceptable during an argument.
I like that.
You think that's possible?
No, you know why? Exactly. You know why? I think it's very possible because for one, you have to be self-aware, right?
Pre-arguing before the argument?
No, it's not. It's not pre-arguing, but it's a conversation of listen. Because there is going to come a time where we have disagreements. There is going to come a time where we argue, right? That's life. That's relationships, right? But if you have a conversation about listen, if and when this time comes, if we don't do this, if we don't cross these lines, I think we can continue on and be able to have discussion. I've had that conversation.
I've had the conversation. It's never followed. Never followed. Absolutely not. Hey, don't cuss. They're cussing. Don't do this. But they do it.
But I do think it's a great idea. The idea behind it, I think it's a great idea because it lays out your boundaries. It lays out, listen, if we get into an argument and you get to doing this, I'm gone. I'm walking away, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to be put in these situations. So I think it's a great idea, but more people have to adhere to the idea.
No, you have to be aware, self-aware, and you have to do some self-reflection. And no one wants to do that.
But I'm about to say, people aren't keen on doing that. No. A lot of folks don't think nothing wrong.
It's the other person think nothing wrong. It's the other person. Okay.
Right.
Why you're alone and single? Okay.
Another person says bringing up stuff from years ago is an issue.
Yes. Again, like I was saying, when we're talking about the pyramid, when you got an issue, talk about your issue then before your issues develop into problems. Stop holding on to issues. Like even little small, if you got a small issue with something I did, said, or something, it's a way to say, listen, I didn't like the way come on, man. And what I say, you brought it to me. All right, B, listen, I appreciate you bringing it to me, bro. You actually right. Appreciate that, man. And move on. But again, fellas, we got to be able to hear that about ourselves. We got to be able to hear that sometimes we do things wrong. Women too. Hold on. I'm going to jump on y'all neck too. Because y'all don't like when people tell y'all anything wrong.
No. You know women hate.
Yes.
They hate criticism. I believe they hate criticism any time.
I had to agree with Nick. I've yet to meet. Actually, I did talk to somebody and I was shocked. I almost had to drop the phone. They said, oh, yeah, you might have a point. What? Yeah.
I probably would have encountered like one or two.
Well, they not.
But by and large,
man, you call it what you want. It's just the truth.
Harsh, brother.
By and large,
you had a lot of women.
I didn't say a lot. I
had one or two. Put a percent. I was gonna ask you to put a percentage on it, but
I mean, probably about 30, 40. It ain't
30%.
I give them 30.
That's high. That's cool.
But you know what though? Again, it's about the people you deal with. You see what I'm saying? It's definitely about the quality of people you deal with. You know what I mean? And now if we're including the whole entire dating class, now I probably say about 15%.
Let's go relationship wise.
Yeah, we're talking relationships, so
that's what I'm talking.
See, that number significantly dropped.
But again, but I don't also include some of my younger relationships because I wasn't emotionally mature yet either.
And that's cool. Yeah.
So I can't include a relationship where I was emotionally immature and expected her to be emotionally mature. You know what I'm saying? If I was immature myself.
Okay,
I feel you on that, but I see.
So as I've grown, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about a relationship that you've grown and that she's actually said, you know what, I'm sorry, I apologize, or anything of that sort.
You know what? But again, I think it's all about how you. Again, first off, I think it's about the class of women you deal with. You see what I'm saying? I really do. I think it's about the class of women you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a certain, list of things that when I meet a woman and I'm looking for traits, right? If I
you asking that? Are you?
No,
how do you?
I don't ask them. I kind of gauge their personality. You see what I'm saying? Like we're all going to end up in situations where we have to apologize for something, right? And the first thing I look for is
right.
I mean,
but what I look for is like, so let's say, you know what I'm saying, there's a small incident. You know what I'm saying? Do you make an excuse or do you apologize first? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a really big difference for people.
You're supposed to apologize.
Thank you.
If you actually went to therapy, what does therapy say? They say apologize. You apologize for previous bad behavior.
But listen,
that's what they say.
So what I'm saying is, so when we're going through these trials, right, and we're going through this dating process, I'm looking for those traits. You know what I'm saying? If there was a missed call, or you know what I'm saying, or something that needed an apology, you know what I'm saying, or anything, you know what I'm saying, and was there an excuse first or was there an apology? If you're an apologetic person, you're going to come up with the apology, right?
With no buts. No, you just.
Oh yeah, because there's that too.
But that's what I'm saying. So
because now the apology is kind of invalid.
Yeah, right. I'm looking for those things. You know what I'm saying?
When they do that.
When I'm in that dating process, I'm looking for those things because that lets me know who I'm dealing with. Gonna later be down the road. You see what I'm saying? Like, who is this person gonna be later on down the road? Are they gonna be an excuse maker? Or are they gonna be somebody that can apologize for their actions? You see what
I think that's a very big thing, and maybe that's one of the things I think maybe as men we don't really think about. At least I didn't, right? Until you kind of get into the dating world. You're like, wait, this is very important.
But then once
we're not gonna be able to finish a relationship or finish a discussion. Especially if you never consider yourself wrong about nothing. It makes no sense.
And you guys are talking about
it was more about my personal growth. You know what I'm saying? And getting into a place where I could apologize for my own actions before trying to make an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
I think, and that's what, I don't mean to cut you, but that's what we're saying. If you're at that, because anybody should be able to apologize. Right. If you do wrong, if you did wrong, hey, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, especially if you've graduated into the relationship phase, because it sounds to me like you're touching on the dating phase part in a relationship.
I'm talking about growing in that process. Like as you're getting to know that person. That's for me. No. I see what you're saying. Like, and I agree with you.
Right.
What I'm saying is, as I go through the dating process, I'm betting as I go.
Yeah, that's part of part of the betting
process. So I'm looking. So if I start to feel like this person can't be apologetic. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not looking for somebody that just walks around and screams "I'm sorry" all the time. But I want somebody that takes responsibility for their own actions. So if
genuinely holding themselves accountable,
right? And if in the vetting process,
I'm asking, how can you find that without, you know what I'm saying? Like
I hear what you're saying, because I think I'm with you. Like the only way that I'd be able to determine that is spending a certain amount of time with somebody.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm saying. Is that not the dating process? Is that not the vetting process? But see, again, I think we date different. I take the dating process as we're not in a relationship. We're dating to grow.
Same here.
And see if we
same.
So
I agree with you on that.
Okay. So if we're all. So what I'm saying is during that process, I'm vetting this person because again, to me, dating can go on for a month, 2 months.
I was just about to say that because you can easily cut it off. You can easily cut off the whole.
That's what I'm saying. So you feel me? So what I'm saying is during that process is while we're spending time. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's going to be a time where somebody has to apologize, right? I mean,
but when you're dating, you never get to that particular situation. It's very seldom. No, I don't think you're.
I don't think you go through the.
I don't think you get to the depths of it.
Yeah,
I was going to say you don't go through the real stuff until you hit the relationship status.
But what I'm
saying, you don't really know. You don't really know
what's. You don't really know because everybody's like, it's. They'll play it off
for the honeymoon process.
The dating phase is your representative mostly. Well, some folks. Mostly a representative. You're probably gonna get their representative, and what they're gonna tell you what you want to hear.
It's the honeymoon phase, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is there are
say sorry. I say apologize. Well, just say sorry. Just it.
All right. And I think in that process, I think saying sorry, people tend to show you who they are a lot earlier than a lot of other things because you know what I'm saying? Because an apology is natural. You see what I'm saying? Because we had to learn how to be apologetic. You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to teach you, even as a child.
No, when you're sorry to me, you're changing your behavior.
Right, I agree. But listen, somebody had to teach you that. See what I'm saying? And some of us didn't learn that lesson very well. So what I'm saying is that to me is natural because you were taught that from a very young age. When you were a baby and you know what I'm saying, you stepped on somebody's foot or you messed up, your parents say, make sure you apologize.
But if you're not, just to provide a little bit of pushback, but if you're not taught that, then I don't think that you can say that it is natural.
I don't think it's a natural.
I think
right?
it is.
And then the best form of apology is change behavior.
It's a change behavior.
Anybody can just come out their mouth and say they sorry and apologize or whatever, but then keep doing
the same behavior,
the same goofy issue.
Right. I agree.
Circle, then you're like, either you're disrespecting me, or you really don't see nothing wrong with what you're doing.
Right.
And that's sometimes you have to have an honest truth. That's what I said. There's an honest truth. Maybe that's not a relationship.
And again, I just think for me, and this is just me, I think that people tend to show whether they're apologetic or they're an excuse maker early. That's just see, that's just me. That's just I'm like kind of, and maybe, and again, maybe in your dating world it don't go like that, but in mine it has tended to lend itself that way.
And that's cool. No,
and again, and I'm not saying on the other side that it don't happen. Again, we all go through the honeymoon phase. We all go through, we meet somebody and they're great. First couple of months, first couple of weeks, first year, whatever, they're great. And then you get deeper in a relationship and you're like, nigga, who the hell is this Jekyll?
I say about 6 months.
You know, hey, it happens, man. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes a month. You know what I'm saying? But you get the doctor, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Saying you're sorry alleviates a lot of things.
Oh, man,
I'm serious. It'll stop a lot of stuff from progressing, a lot of issues.
But see, what the problem is that
it's simple.
Even when you
followed by go ahead.
No, I want to hear.
So saying you're sorry or apologizing, followed by going down the list of whatever it is that you were, because that right there to me that shows me that you're sincerely apologizing for your actions as to why we're even here in the first place.
Because see, again, like you said, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy to blurt out, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But until the change behavior comes, are you truly sorry? Do you truly care? You know what I'm saying? But again, that goes with being empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Are you truly empathetic to how you made me feel? You see what I'm saying?
Because some people will just say, "Yeah, all right, Tim, whatever."
My bad, bro.
Just to shut you up and keep it pushing
and move on, right? But then you turn around and do the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Guys,
let's jump into some of the comments. Comment.
Yeah, we almost
share.
Share, Shopkulture. Guys, we are working to get the meet and greet back on. So we will have some more information about that. So please make sure you stay tuned. How you guys like the new intro?
That intro is fire.
Shout out
to whoever made that.
Miss Maddie, she put that down.
All right.
Shout out for that.
Then we get. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna go through these comments real quick, and then you can.
Okay.
Is that what y'all wanted me to do?
Okay.
Tay says most men react logically, most women react emotionally. I've learned that it's best to wait till I can take my emotions out of the situation and address it.
Tay,
there you go, B.
We don't need to say anything.
There you go, B.
Come on, Cuddy.
We don't have to say nothing else.
Come on, Cuddy.
There you go.
Come on, Cuddy. Come on, Cuddy.
That's it.
Come on, Cuddy.
Talk to Mike.
Talk that, man.
God, who is that?
I knew we was family, man. That's blood right.
So what's that number 3 for you, B?
Is anybody going to say anything else?
Man, no, whatever.
I'm speechless. Katrina says, Toom, as a coach, you have a lot of influence on our young boys and girls. If one of them came to you about their parents fighting about these things a lot, what would you say? Real quick.
Wow, that's deep.
If you can summarize it.
Oh man, what would I say? You know what? I'm not gonna lie and tell you that because when I coach and I'm working and I'm mentoring, I never have set speeches or I know, and Katrina will tell you I talk a lot on the field. I run my mouth, I talk a lot here, but I couldn't give you an answer. I would do my best to support that child and in whatever manner they needed. You know what I'm saying? First off, I would ask them how they felt about it. And I would ask, what is it that they want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I would approach the situation with my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I would do my best to just be supportive to that child. And I can't honestly give you an answer because in that moment, it would be coming from my heart. So I can't really give you an honest, here's my list of, what I'm going to do. I'm honestly, I'm gonna go from the heart. And because I'm so close to each and every one of my kids that I coach, I'm hoping that I would know the situation somewhat to where I could, maybe I don't know about the fighting, you know what I'm saying? But maybe I know how to approach one of the parents because, you know what I'm saying? Again, I try to make relationships with the parents as much as the kids because, it requires the parents to bring the kids.
Right,
my job wouldn't.
I would imagine you got to maintain some type of relationship, positive relationships.
That's a difficult situation.
Again, if I didn't have relationships with the parents, I couldn't do my job. You know what I'm saying?
As a parent,
because the parents gotta trust me. So
as a parent, I would hope.
I like that answer.
Coach, I do too, but I would hope that the coach would talk to maybe the man if it's a parent situation.
But I'm gonna be honest with you though. As a coach, let's be realistic. As a coach, there's more women out there on the field. So it may not be a possibility that I can go to.
Absolutely. He said parents, so I'm just going on what.
Because I'm being real. Let's be realistic.
Single mother, then that's a totally
Well, no, I'm just being honest. Like I'd say 80 to 90% more single mothers out there bringing their kids to these fields and these trainings and these. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have a topic about that.
I see these fathers, and I'm just being realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, I wanted because I wasn't clear on the 3 things from you guys. Women should not do during an argument, during a disagreement. So just run down your 3 things, and then Toon run down your.
Well, I think we kind of agree with a couple N-word cussing,
calling out. Okay.
Calling out your name.
Okay.
What was the other one? We have so many on there. Well, of course, we said the physical. It should be.
I mean, the physical. I think that goes without saying. Okay. But
demeaning behavior, demeaning.
Any demeaning.
Tone.
Any demeaning behavior.
Yeah, that's a big.
Tone is a very big.
Tone is a very big.
And I don't like. So again, I was in the military, so I don't like people yelling at me. I don't yell at me. Talk to me. You can talk to me about anything.
And I think as black males, we as tones. I try to explain it sometimes, and people don't. Tone is a lot for us as men, as black men. It means woo. So I would always encourage a lady, man. Tone is everything.
You approach a man like a man, that's probably the. Reciprocity you're gonna get.
Now, some can roll your eyes. Hey, roll your eyes. I'm telling you, as men, we kind of give you the blueprint.
And I understand, men, we need to be able to control ourselves. Absolutely. But also, ladies, I'm just giving advice. Don't put yourself in a man's situation.
Yep.
Being real. Listen,
Jules.
there's a way that men. There's a way we need to approach our women. Treat our women like women. Mm-hmm. Okay, men and women, treat your men like a man. And we won't have those lines crossed. We don't have to worry about those things. You know what I'm saying? When we're not crossing those lines.
And it's all right to be wrong.
It is okay to be wrong.
People need to really embrace that.
Yeah. Yep.
Too many people are concerned with trying to be right.
Oh, it's an ego. And act like it's not. It is. And that's fine. We all have it. But we also are wrong a lot of the times. We all are. So.
Right. So.
Guys, we are once again at the end. Thank you guys for tuning in, Shopkulture. You know what it is. Man. Make sure you like and share. Shout out to the 2 ladies that came in. Yeah, this is Shopkulture. This is the barbershop. This is the place where we do this at. So, props to you guys for coming in. We appreciate y'all. Man, so we got the meet and greet coming up. Make sure you guys, each one of you guys, read the codes of conduct. Nick did a fabulous job.
Yeah,
I like that up there. I want more people
read
to do
it.
That.
Read it and adhere to it.
Listen, and I'm gonna just be real. If you just conduct yourself like an adult, you ain't even got to worry about it. I want you to read it, but just conduct yourself like an adult.
No, not just read it.
Understand it.
So, guys, we're at the end. Man, like we always say, man, thanks again. Any last word?
What up, Julie?
Hey, it's 2022, man. Your boy skin is shining. Man.
You ready to get this? We're coming. Told y'all. We told you. They were laughing. They ain't laughing now.
We love y'all, man.
I know. I'm just telling you.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Transition.
Continue health.
Whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
Continue good health and good spirits. All that. Oh.
I just wanted to sit there.
Hey,
that too, though.
Hey, listen, don't settle. Don't settle for no bad sex, man. Go get you some good. Listen, Midas touch. Holla at me, man.
I knew it was coming back. I knew it was coming back, man. Around to that. I knew it.
Listen,
where the mediocre at? Where the mediocre's going?
No, Midas touch.
So
where's the what?
Midas touch. Holla at me,
where the mediocre's at? If you're mediocre, holla. No,
oh wow.
Anyway, Shopkulture. We do what we do. Like we always say. Stay safe. Be blessed.
We're out.